What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fix It Garage. Today, we're gonna actually jump back on the Subaru for a little bit, take a little break from working on the Subaru Beetle project. Some new parts have showed up. Some things have changed on the car since the last time you guys saw it. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the changes, and then I'm gonna show you guys the new parts that have arrived, and we're gonna put them on the car today. So let's jump right into showing you guys what has changed. All right, guys. You might remember this ugly intake that we did. Pretty ugly, remember this? We made this very quickly in an attempt to get ready for an autocross event. Well, here it is. It's no longer on the car, which means something has changed recently. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you guys what has changed under the hood. All right, guys, so what you are looking at is a new intake box that has been built by my buddy who owns Bell Fab. I'm gonna link his Instagram down below. This was actually a CAD designed box that he then put his logo on. He cut all this out, he made it look very nice. But this was all designed by my buddy over at Bell Fab. Be sure to check him out. This is a way nicer intake. And so far, just in testing, I have seen the intake temps drop 5 degrees from my old box, already showing an immediate improvement. So that is the one thing that has changed on the car since you guys have last seen it. Now it's time to show you guys the brand new parts. Alrighty guys, so here's the box of new parts. You may have seen this in a couple previous videos, just kind of sitting off in the corner. I've had this for a little bit and I've been waiting for the right time to install it. Well, today is the perfect time. I've got a little bit of time before the next autocross event, so I'd like to get this installed so it's ready to go for the next event so I can start playing with the settings on this at the next event. What did I buy? Well, let's go ahead and open it up and I'll show you guys what we picked up. So what we have here is front and rear sway bars from White Line Performance. These are thicker bars than stock and they are also adjustable, allowing me to change the settings of the sway bars in between events or in between runs if I'm really quick about it, but probably just in between events for right now until I get it dialed in. This is gonna help with the understeer characteristics of this car, especially the rear bar. If I don't see enough change, if I see it not working with the front, we might go back to a stock front sway bar, but for sure the rear should make a big difference in this car with its understeer characteristics. I would like to get it to have a little bit better and easier time turning in. This thing really likes to understeer, so I feel like this is a good starting point to help progress the car in the right direction. So let's go ahead and get this car racked up, get the wheels off, and we can start pulling out the old bars, and then I can show you guys the differences between the old bars and the new bars. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna try to show you underneath the car real quick and show you how the front sway bar is mounted. I'm also gonna show you what I found with the power steering rack because I feel like you guys need to see what's going on with that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll underneath the car. I'm gonna show you guys what we got going on. Okay guys, so right here is our sway bar. This is the driver's side. Here's our sway bar mount and here's our sway bar end link. And then it runs along here, over here, and then to the other side, tying both the front, left, and right of the car together so that way then they work together when cornering. Also, if you guys look here, you'll see some power steering fluid. Here you'll see more. So this is the seal I blew right here on top of the rack. I've been monitoring it, and unfortunately it is getting worse. So I was hoping to wait till the end of the season to replace and rebuild all this stuff. But it looks like after Packwood, we're gonna be rebuilding and replacing the power steering rack, power steering pump, and maybe some lines. It's hard to tell if I've actually broken any lines or not. So that's gonna be coming very soon. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. We're also gonna replace the outer tie rods when we do all that as well, just so the whole steering kit is all brand new. So the next thing we need to do is we're gonna need to take this bar off so we can get the sway bar out and get the end links disconnected from the lower control arm so we can pull the sway bar and end links, because we're not gonna reuse any of it. All the stuff we have is brand new. So let's go ahead and get this sway bar off, and then we can show you guys the difference between this bar and the new bar. Okay guys, so we have the front sway bar out and it's sitting right here. So here's our factory sway bar, and here is our new White Line Performance sway bar. It is about 2 millimeters bigger than the stock bar. It is adjustable, as you can see. We've got a soft and a hard setting, or I guess it would be a medium and a soft setting, however you want to look at it. The further away from center you go, the softer the bar will get. We also have new adjustable end links for these new bars, new bushings, and some pieces to keep it from sliding back and forth. So we have everything we need to install the front bar. The benefit of this bar being adjustable is we can use this to help determine how much we're gonna tie the two ends. This will help. The reason why the adjustable bar is better is because the sway bar takes the energy from one side and transfers it to the other when cornering. The stiffer the bar, the less body roll you're gonna have. So if we go stiffer, we can have less body roll in the front, but as a trade-off, it will induce more understeer. So the car will be less wanting to turn. If we go to the softer setting, it should reverse that and have more oversteer characteristics. It won't change much with the front, because the stiffer bar is just gonna naturally wanna probably provide a little bit more understeer. That's why we also have a stiffer rear bar that's three-way adjustable, which should help even more. So we're gonna set this one on the softest setting to start with, but we're gonna go ahead and put it in. On the softer setting, we should still see a big difference compared to this bar. Oh, maybe a small difference. We should see a difference though in how stiff the front end is when cornering. We should see a little bit less body roll. So let's go ahead and slide this thing under the car and let's get this brand new bar installed. Okay guys, so here is the new sway bar installed, the new end links, and I have them set to the soft position, and then these are designed to help prevent the sway bar from going side to side. So I'm going to show you guys the other side now so you guys can see that it's mirrored to both sides. So here's the other side, guys. Again, end link, new bar in the softest setting, and this to prevent it from going side to side. So this is adjustable. We can adjust the length of this, we can adjust whether it's in this or the other hole. Fully adjustable sway bars, and trust me when I say I plan on making some adjustments over time, but for right now we're going to start with this and go from there. We're going to have to drive it and make sure that nothing rubs, but we're not going to be doing that tonight because I've got other things I need to do to the car. So we're going to leave it on the racked up when we're done installing these sway bars, but I will advise on the test drive, and I'll let you guys know when we get to the race how the test drive went. So let's go ahead now and let's jump to the rear of the car and let's knock out the rear sway bar. Okay guys, welcome to the rear of the car. Same kind of setup as before. Here's our sway bar, wraps around to our end link, which goes into our lower control arm, tying the left and right rear together when cornering to share the energy to transfer it across the car. So here's our stock sway bar. We're gonna go ahead and quickly get this sway bar removed, compare it to the new one so we can throw in our new sway bar. Also, you can see this one kind of has some collars to help prevent sliding in it. It can still slide because they're not tied up on it, the bracket, but they did do something to this one. So let's go ahead and let's get this all torn apart really quick, guys, and then we'll show you the difference between the old and the new bar. Alrighty guys, so we have the rear sway bar out. So here are the two bars. Again, you can see a substantial size difference between the new white line bar and the old bar. Also in the kit, our new end links for the rear, fully adjustable end links, new bushings, and some braces that will go between the lower control arm and the bottom bolt for the bracket for these to help stiffen up the chassis a little bit more. This is awesome. I didn't realize these were in the kit. By the way, the bars front and rear are both standard 22 millimeter bars. I didn't say that before, and I'll probably say it again at the end of the video, but yeah, 22 mil bar, new braces, three-way adjustable bar, and then also more of these guys to help keep the bar in place. So let's go ahead and crawl right back underneath the car and get this thing installed real quick, and then we can end today's video. Alrighty guys, so here's the new sway bar setup. We have the new brace that goes between the subframe and the mounting point for the sway bar, for the actual sway bar. We've got the stopper here to help prevent it from moving back and forth. Our new sway bar end link, which kind of matches my coilovers, which is kind of funny. And then if you look here, here's the adjustable portion, and I have it fully stiffened on both sides. I had to measure this out. I still might need to mess with the height of this a little bit just to make it fit a little better. That's where the test drive is going to come into play. But we have this side installed all nice and neat. Here's the other side, same thing. The brace, the stopper, the new bushing, end link, and again, this is set to the stiffest setting. Kind of cool that all these pieces match my Öhlins coilovers, even though they're not the same brand, but that is pretty cool actually. And then here's the bar where it runs across over the exhaust and to the other side. This should provide a lot more stiffness to the rear between both of these parts. This rear end should be a lot stiffer, which should also help induce a little more oversteer in the corners, which should help a lot at the autocross track with getting this thing to rotate more, because I have a lot of issues with turn-in. This would be really helpful to help maintain speed and not have to worry about understeering and losing speed, so I cannot wait to test this out. I have to check all of the suspension for tightness, and then I will test drive the car, and I will update you guys in a future video of how the test drive went. Alrighty guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Couple things to note. I am using a new microphone, you guys can see it right here. Let me know how it sounds. I'm trying some new mics and experimenting for some upcoming projects that I have where wireless mics are gonna work a lot better than what I have been using. So let me know how they sound in the comments below. Also, the sway bars are 22mm sway bars, and all of the bushings are greaseless poly bushings from White Line Performance. I'm gonna leave a link to White Line in the comments in the description box below. Make sure you guys go check them out. I am really impressed with these products, and I can't wait to actually try them out on both the street and the track. These things should be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that, guys. Also, huge shout out to Belfab for making me that awesome airbox. I will again include his link down in the description below. Be sure to check him out and hit him up for any of your custom fab needs. You will not regret the quality parts that he produces. With that being said, guys, I want to thank all of you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.